So you know I got to lean in.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back for all of our Potomac viewers. We are back for season 8. It is crazy. This is our 4th season for this channel doing this show. This started as just me doing it by myself. We've grown to a 5-person panel. So Jazz, Danny, Antonio, and Asia are returning for the panelists this season. Welcome back. What's going on, Jazz? How are you?
Honey, I am blessed and highly favored to be back. I know you missed me, and I'm excited. Let's talk about it.
Okay, Antonio.
I'm good. It's great to be back. I haven't worked with Jasmine in a while, Danny in a while, so I'm excited. I'm ready to. I'm ready to argue with Jasmine a little bit. So
yeah.
The people love to see. So
you know what I'm saying? Get the people what they want.
The people don't matter. I'm tired of it.
I'm so tired.
Okay, Danny, how are you? Danny, how are you?
I am good and ready to get in some things, ready to get in Robin's ass. Okay. So TKC, just be ready, and I really don't care what you gotta say.
TKC, are you in the chat? Let us know if you're here.
He will be. Robin's
around,
so he gonna pop up.
Oh,
I say his name 3 times.
Colorism. Oh, I thought he was.
Lord. Well, you know what? TKC gonna have a good season because this season seems to be all about Robin, and for somebody that we thought wasn't coming back, I say she's doing the damn thing. I mean, somewhat, a little bit, you know.
Is it her doing it, or is it the people around her that's doing it?
I guess, you know.
2 things can be true at the same time.
Correct. Well, yeah, I see we have some people in the chat. We have Trey. Trey, we are going to be doing Married to Medicine. That's going to be tomorrow at 8 Eastern. So you can check that out. Same panel with one new addition as well. Chase leading, Jazz, Antonio, Sammy, and Dream, one of our new panelists, will be on that panel. That's tomorrow. So Tuesday, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard. Sorry, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Chase is actually in the chat right now. Hey, Sean, what's going on? No, it ain't weave. I know that's right. No, it ain't weave. So be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hey, Morgan, let's get into it.
Morgan.
But it really ain't been that long because we finished rapping in like March. I think
it's been
really. We only had a 6-month break. Dang, I feel like I ain't seen y'all.
They are pushing these out. Like
here we go.
Hey, TKC baby. Hey, baby.
Hey.
TKC, we've been looking for you for weeks, though, for real.
If y'all don't know TKC, he is the Lean's problem child, but we appreciate him because he is very
that's
supportive.
Robin.
And problem that is Robin. I think that's really Robin's burner account.
Not a burner.
Okay, y'all. Well, let's get into the recap.
That's Coach Bree.
Coach Bree. Let's get into the recap. We got a couple things to talk about. This was a super-sized episode. I don't think it needed to be honest. But unlike most premieres, we did get to see all of the housewives, minus the new one who comes next week. So we'll talk about her when she gets here. But kicking off this particular episode, we started out with Robin. And I know TKC just lit up like, oh my God, my fave is the talk of the town. That's probably what he said. And so she is talking to her husband because they are married at this moment. Juan is here. He's filming. You know, now he went from not wanting to film to actually filming, and I believe he had no choice this season, considering all the allegations, new allegations, old allegations, everything he's been accused of.
Considering that they need that job, so yeah,
right.
Because I really think she was at risk of being fired. He probably had to.
Right.
And so basically what they're talking about is how they proceeded to get married despite the rumors, knowing about all these things, the woman in Canada, everything that, you know, Juan may have everything that had been alleged for Run. I'm gonna say Jerron. For one, they were talking about how they decided to go ahead and get married despite all that. They showed the clip of Robin saying that she was waiting on Karen to expose it, and I'm still very confused by that because I just don't understand why you be waiting on somebody else to out you or out your business. But hey, whatever. Maybe that's really what she was thinking. Robin talks about being shocked that Candace because she felt like she was the most supportive of Candace last year when her husband was under fire. And so she struggles with that. And, you know, they kind of question whether or not, you know, whether the situation, the story or the alleged incidents are crazy or they're true. And so we find out that there was some other things that happened with one where he was at a nail salon and a laundromat with a woman, and they talk about that and kind of clear up any rumors for that. So I'll start with you, Jazz. What were your thoughts seeing this conversation between Robin and Juan? As it seemed to me like they were trying to get ahead of some things, but that's just me. It's your square. What's your thoughts?
Well, our squares meshing. Our squares are meshing today because I agree. So I think that they were sitting there like, okay, we're gonna clear up some things because I haven't heard Warren talk since season 2. Like I haven't heard him speak, breathe, blink, take a sneeze, cough. I haven't heard that man say a word since probably season 1 or 2. So honestly, I was kind of happy that he actually sat there and did it because to me, I think that the theme of the whole show was Ron's not being held accountable. I do think that might be a point, right? That little scene to me was like, okay, at least he's doing something. But I still think that he just he's about as bad as what's Drew's husband, Ralph. He gaslights her, and he just does it, and he doesn't get backlash behind it because Robin's not Drew. She doesn't respond to it. So that's just my thoughts.
Danny?
Per usual, you could tell he doesn't want to be there. The last time I seen Juan happy on this show is when he was around Michael. He ain't been happy since. They was toasting a drink and talking about going to Vegas. That's the last time you see Juan smile. And yeah, he
you
just
took my breath away with that, Danny. Like I said, okay, go ahead.
But am I wrong? That's the last time he smiled. And he just doesn't want to be there. And it bothers me so much when he says, I don't really care. I don't really care. But the sad thing about it is I know you may not care, but do you not love your wife? Do you not love your wife enough to care about the perception of how things may look towards her, especially being in the public eye? This ain't just about you no more. It's supposed to be a we thing, especially if we married. But
right.
He lucky, he good looking because I just don't see any other reason for her to put up with it because Robin is not a bad looking woman.
Is Juan still considered good looking? He's kind of that.
He's aging. I don't think he's unattractive.
He look a little dingy.
More attractive.
He looks a little dingy.
Oh. Dingy. He's still fine.
Okay. He still is.
Okay. Well, Antonio, what's your show?
I would go to the laundromat with Juan.
Ooh.
Were you at the laundromat with Juan and Nivea?
I was just going to start singing to the laundromat. Yeah.
But no, I agree with what you all said. Juan clearly does not want to be there, but I think he's at a point to where he knows he kind of has to be there, especially being that he has lost his job. They can't lose everything and put them back in a situation that they were in season 1. So I think he knows the best bet for him now is to participate as much as he can. I also feel like they definitely tried to get their stories together as far as how they were going to go at this whole situation. The people still aren't buying it. And as much as Robin tries to act like she doesn't care, she cares a whole lot. I don't think really Juan cares because I don't think he really gives he cares a lot about that situation with Robin because even at that time he never said I wanted to see I'm gonna focus on you and our family. He said I'm gonna focus on raising my sons. So I was like, but what about that lady sitting there next to you, your wife? You know what I'm saying? You still got to cultivate that relationship as well because y'all are technically now newlyweds again. So I'm intrigued. I want to see more, a whole lot more.
Okay. Okay, so we'll come back to one, and because it's the last scene I feel like was a really good scene. It was a bit triggering for me.
You love a trigger now.
What? It's still fresh, child. No, just playing.
Not you gonna be up there crying like Sharice.
Listen, I almost jumped in the TV. It was like, hold on, it's my turn. Let me tell you.
It's my turn, right? Crying. Yes.
Okay, so the next scene was with Karen, Candace, and Wendy, and they all look good. I will say the confessionals this season. There's not one confession I don't like. I will say. I mean, they all look. Wait, somebody you don't like? Danny?
You didn't see Sharice with that Donna Summer wig?
I don't really.
Sharice looked like Aretha Franklin.
Well,
don't do that.
Teresa's makeup in that last scene was really nice.
Well, yeah, she don't look sweaty this time.
Oh. Well, her wigs are laced down instead of sewed in.
They ain't sitting up like this.
They ain't sitting. They ain't sewed. They look like they are laced down. Just something. Maybe.
What was your favorite confessional? Because mine was Mia's.
Mia
was
bobbing. With the bob.
The Edna bob.
Yeah, I did like it, but for some reason Mia's bangs were a little too bulky for me. I actually liked Candace's. She had on like a corset. I think she had on gloves with it, and the hair was like bust down with some curls. I thought that was really good. I actually like Giselle in the color orange.
Giselle was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I thought everybody
she didn't look tacky.
Honestly, I actually kind of liked Ashley's. I don't know. I mean, she still
looks like a bag of party city.
I like Ashley more when she wears her natural hair. When she wears her natural hair, I really like. I like the one where she had the pink pasty things on and the natural hair. I'm not really a fan of Ashley in the wigs. I don't know.
I'm not a fan of Ashley, period. She looks like
she didn't look as cheap to me. She looked, like she got a couple dollars in her purse.
She went from she into Fashion Nova.
Right.
School money. Little school money. You always see. All right, so the scene with Karen and Candace and Wendy, they get together. They look good. And Wendy is like not drinking right now. She has a rosary with her. I guess she's on her spiritual journey. She's actually supposed to be Zen Wen now. I don't know. We'll see. But Karen wants to catch up, but then to talk about like the status of all the friendships. She says she's okay with everybody except for Robin, which is not a surprise because they're never okay. They have never been okay since season 1. And then they kind of talk more about Robin last year and how the situation came out, and she just lied about it. And the interview with Andy. And they kind of go on a little smaller reading session talking about whether or not they have an arrangement or if they're even married. Everybody kind of chimed in. So I hope that nobody on this scene says, well, I didn't say that, because everybody had a little piece.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about basically being honest and, forthcoming with all their team. So that's pretty much in that scene. Antonio, any thoughts on this scene?
I thought to me, when they showed up and they all sat down, to me, they all looked like housewives. Like they looked like they was there to do a job and be a housewife. And I, nothing really to add about the conversation. I expected that, that would be a big topic just because of how everything went, last season. And they all made valid points in what they said about the whole situation with Robin and how she's tried to kind of come for each one of them or assist with coming for each one of their marriages. So,
yeah. Jazz?
I really didn't like the scene. I don't know what it was about it. Maybe because they were just sitting there just talking shit. Like, I'm just like, what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it was. Or it's talking stuff. I'm sorry. Endorse this. But yes, I don't know. It was something about it that just was like, what Robin is just not that girl to just be talking about as a round table to me. I get it though, because they had just came off of the reunion and all the stuff, and the stuff was still kind of fresh. But I relate to it as well, because the Karen to me was spearheading that shit. Like she was the one that was like, yeah, and she's this and she's that, and everybody was kind of chiming in. To me, I felt like Karen led that. So I'm glad you said, everybody had their piece. So I hope nobody tries to backpedal and say that they didn't say XYZ, because they did say it, and I think that Karen led it. But as a Taurus, I get that though, because when somebody's in my vision, when somebody's done crossed me, I'm on their necks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on their necks. So I get it on that end, but it was like, okay.
Danny?
Yeah, I'm with you, Jazz. In a sense, I wish they wouldn't have given her so much energy, but being that Robin has done this every season about one of the girls sat and talked and gossiped, I want her to get everything that she's always given out. I love that they all look very genuinely happy to see each other. You could tell they were actually really enjoying being in each other's company. And I really don't think that anyone at that table would say, I didn't say that this time when it comes to Robin. I think they will all stand in it, because they've all already been saying it. They're not saying anything new that even though they're talking, they're still not saying anything they haven't already said at the reunion or anything else. Like, they've all already said this stuff to her, so it wouldn't be no reason to say I didn't say that.
Right.
Okay. So the next scene was actually very disturbing to me. Because Ashley has a new home, but I think the Child Protective Service should come and pick up those kids because the way that those kids were dancing on the counter, on the kitchen table. I mean, the big one was literally pulling the little up onto the counter. I said, "What?"
That arm gonna come out the socket.
Socket, right out the socket.
It's very clear that she's, I guess, acting as a single parent. I don't know if that's part of the act, but Daisy, whoever's watching those kids, need to be fired because them kids are doing a lot of unsafe things. I'm just saying.
But her what she do.
Right.
What right? I guess since she's the Darby Barbie, she has her beach house or beach inspired house, whatever it's called. Wow. But the house looks nice. I'm happy that she has a home, but he's still on the mortgage. She doesn't want him off the mortgage because she knows she'll be broken and broke. But she still leans on him for financial stability, and I think that's kind of crazy. But they still have this situation going on. Nothing's final. She did admit that last season she is not going to get much alimony, so maybe that's why. I'm not sure. But we find out that Giselle is going to have a little event later on for her, Ashley, Charisse, and Robin, which she's on the phone with Giselle, and Giselle just basically says she doesn't want to use the word delusion, but she kind of says that Robin is delusional and she wants to look out for her mental health. And the first thing I said was, well, what about when she was actually admitting to having mental health issues with the pandemic 2 years ago? Nobody really tried to rally around her then when she was she was sleeping a lot. Y'all remember that? I mean, that was like a storyline, right?
Right.
But
kids was failing and all kind of stuff.
She didn't want to get up and take the kids to school. The kids was waking her up. I'm just saying. But Giselle finished the scene out by saying that she feels like she looks crazy, and I was like, Giselle, this is very interesting, which leads to the last scene. But any thoughts on this scene of Ashley's house, her unsafe child raising skills, whatever she got going on? Not saying she's a bad parent, but I'm just saying our kids on top of the counter, that's just crazy.
She gotta be more attentive.
Huh?
She gotta be more attentive.
Yeah. So for me, it was hard for me to even focus on the conversation with her, Giselle. The whole thing with the kids had wrecked my nerves so bad that that's all I could gather from this whole situation. And it shocked me because I know Ashley is biracial, but I can definitely say the black side of her was not parenting then, because a black mother would have turned around and yanked them kids off the counter themselves. Ashley turned around like, okay, oh, you lifted him up, great. And then turned right back around and started doing whatever. Like that baby socket was about to come out the arm when he was lifting. Like, literally. I couldn't focus on nothing else after that. I'm sorry.
Let's just be clear. Ashley's only black side is Sheila. That's nobody else.
That's probably how Sheila mothered.
That I don't know. Sheila give me she popped Ashley. I don't think she was playing that. That's just me. Antonio.
I thought it was a nice house. Congratulations and kudos. I am wondering though, like $2 million. Like, does she? Well, I guess we would know, but I'm like, does she live like in the heart of Potomac? Because that house to me just didn't give $2 million. It looked like Robin house, and I don't think Robin paid.
I thought it was in Virginia.
I think her house is bigger. Her Ashley's house seems bigger than Robin's. Wait, actually no, she moved. I'm thinking of the townhouse. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Oh well, yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, the kids on that counter, and she turned around. She did turn around, Danny, and she's like, "Oh, you helped him up there." She was like, "Don't fall" or something like that. I'm like, "Girl, get them damn kids down. Get them down."
I was flabbergasted.
But I hate that. Well, I mean, it's kind of ironic that she really needs Michael to still be in the picture to be able to live on her own, which is crazy to me. I'm like, where was your checks going? Like, I'm not saying that they pulling in $1 million plus a season like some of the other housewives, but I feel like Potomac's now in season 8. I know those original women are doing pretty well for themselves as far as those Bravo checks. So I'm like, where's your money? Where your money going? Was it going into Michael's account? I don't know, but yeah, that's it. Watch them kids. She was cooking, putting something in the air fryer. Like, girl, turn around and watch them kids.
Oh, Not putting tater tots in the air fryer where kids are swinging and slinging across the damn
like Tarzan,
like Tarzan across the counters with their dirty ass feet on there. Like
this how his arm was.
Right.
He
was like, I got you, brother. I got you, brother. And click, crack. What he would have done? What was she gonna do? Because she's turning around like, oh gosh, you be careful. No, I can't. I
she may need to be in the penthouse. The penthouse was small, and she could. I mean, shoot, I don't know. It seemed you would think a house like this would be safe for kids, but that penthouse seemed to be better. We never saw them on the counters over there.
Well, it was small. I get that, and I hate her decor. Sorry, I hate it. It looks like it looks like an Airbnb in like Tahoe. I don't know, but in the grand scheme of it, though, like I'm glad I understood what she meant by like it was dark there. It was claustrophobic. It was just not enough space, so she wanted to brighten it up. Because I feel the same way in my new apartment. Like I always had darker colors, so I'm just getting lighter, tanner things, and I get that, but the irony of her talking down on Candace all these years, being on her mom's tit or whatever the case may be. She was talked about Candace all this time and even walked up on Robin saying you went through bankruptcy and doing all these things, talking about other people's finances, for her to still be postponing a divorce because she can't afford her mortgage is
crazy and hypocritical. And it's a slap in the face. Like, you should just be quiet from now. It takes you back to that scene with the knife. We're in your mama's house right now, or we're in Michael's house right now. Give me a knife.
Well, he's only been upstairs like 3 times. Bitch, he owns the house.
That's a lie.
He can take the top
off.
Would
y'all believe that? I believe that he's not been upstairs in the house. I mean, he has for like that time.
I believe she's still popping that thing for him because they was out of town in Jamaica, Bahamas, wherever they was. I mean, I understand some people got different like co-parenting and divorce situations. Some couples travel together even they've been divorced already. I get that, but like exactly, Morgan. Ashley's a loser. She's a loser. So that's how I feel about her. And she's
I think one of the real reasons Ashley don't want to go final through with the divorce too is because of that prenup ain't in her favor, like she said it was.
Right. It's not. It's unfortunate because we all thought she was set at least, but if nothing else, we knew that she was gonna be set, and we found out she is not. She was set up.
Michael go upstairs every month.
She must have had Sheila look over that doggone prenup paperwork with her eye patch on because they.
Michael go upstairs every month on the first.
On the first, put a little $40 on the table now.
Because that's why that's why she's keeping him around and keeping him on the house because he's not gonna let the house go, go into foreclosure or something and mess up his credit. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's paying that child support, and she should be putting that money on the side to be paying that mortgage, honey.
So the next scene was very small. I mean, it was just Giselle. Giselle has a man. Her man is kind of cute. His braids are very small, but he's a cute guy. But y'all thought
no, they were definitely.
You did not have to slap that in.
They stopped right here, like right
they
below
stopped right back.
He kept moving his head because he wanted to shake a little bit too. That's just what I got.
And they were just sticking straight out when he was doing it.
Yeah, but he's still like a very nice man. He was cute and attractive, and I mean, we've never really seen Giselle with anybody other than what's his name? Jamal. So kudos.
Well, she had Sherman on there too.
Oh, we did have Sherman.
And this is her Walter.
This is, I guess so. It must be her Walter. Production saw her to get a man and get him on camera because you're no longer interesting. Just Claude mess. But Grace is going to college, and they kind of talk about more so the guy Jason. That's his name. He lives in New York, and that Grace is going to college. And the approval of the twins, or Angel and Grace, to Jason. Any thoughts on this? Do you have anything y'all want to add to this? No.
Giselle is so goofy around men. Like, she's like, you want me to dance for you? She sounds like Eartha Kitt. I can't stand it. I can't stand that shit. I mean, I get having a softer side, okay, but I don't know. I do think that her kids find him attractive, so that's why they okay with it. I think that they think I think Grace was like, yeah, all right, you know, I'm grown now. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
no, that is what Grace was saying. If you ain't gonna do him, I'm gonna do him.
I'm gonna do. Somebody in the house gonna have to turn him loose. Every which way but loose. No, just
all right, we'll move to the next scene because nothing. Kudos, congratulations to say happy birthday, girl. Yeah. So Mia is with Gordon, and this is her third season and her third home. She giving Toya a run for her money. And just saying, Married to Medicine tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all watch it. But she giving Toya a run for her money. And basically, they talk about their financial problems. We know that last year Gordon was voted off the board for the Joint Chiropractic Foundation Center, whatever it is, the place where Mia would move her pamphlets across the side. And you know, they talk about they kind of like why he was voted out, and felt like when he was voted out, everything kind of crumbled. They thought it was a bad decision, and more so him being depressed about it. Her saying that he was like sitting on the couch and depressed, and she was kind of popping off on him and stuff like that. You know, yada yada yada. We find out that she is not drinking. She feels like she's a better person when she's not drinking. I've never really seen her just drunk. But then again, I don't know.
Was she drinking wine?
But she's drinking wine. I'm like, girl, okay.
And I get sloppier off wine than
you can get really drunk off wine. So that's why when Gordon was like, it's the same amount of alcohol, I was like, I mean, you ain't really, it's still alcohol. It's just but
Gordon could let her, go ahead. Because big back Gordon, let me stop.
He could have let her have that.
He could have just let her have that.
We need to see that Mia is still lying. And she's still.
But no, Jasmine, she past 2 seasons, she would say too much stuff about him. Like, she would give us TMI. So I'm kind of on him. So I'm kind of glad he got her right on back.
Like, for example, his thing don't work.
Yeah,
he did say that. Well, the interesting about this scene is that if unless you've been living under a rock, you know that they actually are separated and headed for divorce. And if you were paying attention to BravoCon this past week, she announced that she has a new guy interest. So it's going to be interesting watching this because, the lean, we did break the tea about them separating and divorce back in, I think, September. And so, but this apparently, I thought it didn't play out on camera, but apparently it does. But the other ladies didn't know, so we'll see bits and pieces. But in current time, they are not. They are separated, and she has moved on. So I guess she said the money ran out, so I got the run too. Jazz,
thank you, Professor. I'm gonna say this: y'all can roll these cameras back from last year. Roll them back because it's something about that Mia that I don't know. After just seeing her in this scene, I feel like, and this just might be a different point of view, but she's been with that man for 13 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, she liked the older man. I like older men too. At the end of the day, I'm 35. If I date somebody older, when I get going towards the 40, they're going to get older too. But it doesn't negate the fact that I love them in that moment. I do not think that Mia married that man for money, for real. I mean, the money helps. I mean, she married him for money. But I don't think that she outright did not love that man at all. I think that
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think she don't love him. I just think that money played a factor.
I mean, it played a part. Just like this, like G. I don't like G. Like the little things like that. Yeah, Mia be lying, but you could let her have that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
It's just stuff that he could let her have, and he does it all the time. Like even with the cancer thing. Yeah, it was like a bump. It was like a pimple on your ass. Like, come on, bro. Like, she not saying that just ride with the lie, but damn, like I want my husband to do that.
Because I believe she loved him too, but I also think that money wasn't everything in it. But I think that's how G wined and dined her when he got her and all that. So when the money started running dry, I don't think G knew what to do and how to love her without doing it that way. Yeah. And I feel like that's where the divide started coming in. Is he started acting different, acting funny, and she probably still would have stayed with him if not, for all that stuff. But I still don't buy why he said he was voted off, removed.
Yo, he took that money, allegedly. Put that at the bottom. He took that money. He was doing some stuff. Like, they just not finna just say, hey, baby, you go home. and stay there for a minute. Just stay home. Don't come back. And you were like a CEO and things like that. Like I even hearing that story when it came to Mia, she was asking him, you know what I'm saying, did you do it? Now that's the difference that I see with her and him. Like even at that whole reunion, even if she had her doubts, she didn't let us know she had doubts. We didn't never know that she had no doubts about that, but she asked him about it, and he felt some type of way to go, well, let me go pull the accountants. Let me go. You kept asking me, like,
I see what you mean. I mean, in the light of marriage, he could definitely do a little better about, protecting her a little bit from, her lies, but she should just
stop lying.
I'm just saying, but I mean, I get it. I wouldn't want to be nobody else. I'd be like, can I? I get that. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this, Mia and Gordon? Okay, no. Okay.
No.
All right. So the next scene was just Candace and Chris. They are going on like a little picnic. Candace went on tour last year partially, and then she went on tour again this year. I think she's actually touring while they're filming, so we'll probably see some shows and stuff like that. And basically they talk about, that the budget has gone up. She requires a lot more, and that, she just talks about how much she spent last year and how much she wants to spend this year, like what she wants to do to elevate her tour. And so they talk about, Chris asks her about the conversation between Wendy and Karen, and they just talk about everything as far as Robin and Juan. And, she does acknowledge that Robin was supportive of her last year, but, there were moments where she felt like she was not. And so they did flash back to that scene where she was like, can we agree that it's not okay for a married man to be in a room with a single woman? And then I was like, oh my God, they showed that because basically her married man has supposed to be in a salon, a laundromat, a hotel room. But to her, it's okay. But
you name it.
Right. But they just talk about that, everything being from last year, nothing really else from this scene. Any thoughts? Danny, I'll start with
you. Honestly, didn't have much thoughts on this scene. I mean, I think Candace was spot on with what she was saying and what her observations were. I do think that it was a deflection of sorts, to keep the heat on her and Chris to not have to talk about anything else.
Okay. Yes.
I think that sometimes I think Robin's not smart enough to be trying to do that on purpose, but then I just don't know. I think that Robin actively was trying to act like she was cool, or she was trying to be supportive to Candace, but in the back of her mind was just trying to make sure that nobody was bringing her up, that it was still something that was running, that it was going to take by the time it got to her, it was the season was going to be over, which is exactly what happened. So, I get why Candace is upset. I do wish that she could articulate it better in different. I mean, Candace is a wordsmith. Everybody knows I love Candace. I just feel like, people don't listen to her half the time because they think that she's just whining about it. That she comes off angry at first, but she doesn't ever really give that real reason of why she's upset. Like, to me. But I think that she has the right to feel the way she does. I feel like Robin, was being actively manipulative about that situation. I don't think that her support was 100% genuine as well. So,
okay. Antonio, what's your
I agree with everything that Jasmine and Danny said, and I also do hope that Candace is coming out of these tours now in the green, because I'm sure that takes a lot that's a lot on not only her but the partnership with her husband as well, to be funding that from your own money and all of that. So I'm glad to see that's turned around, or I hope that it's turned around as of now. But yeah, I agree.
Okay. I also think, I'm sorry, before you go on, I also think she was doing all that defending Candace, hoping Candace would have her back when when this stuff did break, because she knows Candace had been with Karen and Wendy a lot, and those two don't really get along with Robin. So she wanted to make sure she had someone else besides Ashley and Gizzard defending her.
And I think that's why she didn't take Robin's side on that shit, because I just think, when it comes to Giselle just always has malice intent for things. It's hard for you not to. It's like if we're best friends, unless you know me and know the fact, like, I'm not, my best friend's wrong, I'm gonna say she's wrong. It's been to me proven that Robin never tells Giselle when she's really wrong or actively supports her when she does some F stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was Candace, I would take it. I would side eye it. I would be cautious. I would definitely feel like there's a collusion of some sort. Collusion, yeah.
Okay, please don't take us back to that season.
I'm so sorry.
Please. Okay. Well, I will say, I feel like Robin and Candace have always had like a friendship on the show. We saw that they argued last year, so I mean, I'm sure they're going to have a conversation, because it looks like even in this scene, she was open to having a conversation with Robin about it. She didn't really just bash her in this moment like the other scene, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I do think they're going to be feuding this season, honestly, as it makes sense, to be honest, because Candace was the first person to speak on it when the news broke.
It's very vocal.
Yeah,
very vocal. Oh yeah,
deservedly so.
Yeah. Okay, so the last scene was actually Robin's little intervention, is what I'll call it, and it's at Giselle's house. Now, I will say Giselle's house is coming along. It still looks like
a Sims house.
It don't look like a COVID vaccination ground zero like we did in season 7. I mean, well, not season 6. But it's as Ashley pointed out, there's still construction going on. I think that house will be worked on longer than Sheree's house at this point, because it's just always something going on. She's gonna keep on adding and adding and adding, and I just hope it works out in her favor.
It's gonna be this much yard left when she done.
I hope this is her forever home, because she keeps adding whatever. So Charisse is back this season, which we knew that, but seeing her, she's back. We talked about her. I thought her makeup looked pretty good. She didn't look sweaty and tired.
Her wig looked good too.
Yeah, she looked good. I think she's probably.
I like her outfit, everything.
Yeah, she looked cool. She, came down the little hill. Everybody struggled coming down. She didn't struggle because she had on a little mule sling back, but she came down like everybody else. Ashley comes down, and Robin, greased them and stuff like that. And so they already start talking. Giselle does say that she feels like Robin is a bit delusional on her situation, and she wants to check on her, as she mentioned earlier. So Robin arrives in her Band-Aid dress, and she takes a little scoop down the driveway. And Ashley's the first person to speak, and she talks about the laundromat incident and the nail salon, how she's looking out for her. Robin takes this moment to clear up these situations and saying the laundromat was a lie, and the nail salon, who the person was. What was the lady's name? Coach Bree. Okay, so it was a long time like friend or something like that, or
she used to work with Juan.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the coach. And Robin clears it up, but they all just feels like, and this basically they all feel like she should be careful and that he shouldn't be putting her in any kind of situation at all, given his past. The Canada situation. I mean, Juan cheated on Robin a long time ago. That's how they got to where they are, even knowing that in season 1. Right. So he's always kind of been like that, right? And so, would y'all think she was do y'all think she was defensive?
No. I don't
at first she was.
You feel like she was at first?
But when it first started, and she was like, okay, well, go. It's kind of like
okay.
Yeah, she was giving them, come at me.
Come at me, bitch.
And so Robin just basically says she says she doesn't care. Like, all these things are not true. The things that they went through, they dealt with. So why is everybody still talking about it? Like, whatever. She doesn't blame Juan, and she's just like, okay, well, y'all having this conversation with me. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, Do y'all want me to get a divorce? What do y'all want? Charisse opens up about her situation, and I think Charisse, to me, probably had the most sincere. I mean, they all have gone through things in their past relationships, marriages, but I believe when I was watching Charisse, I could feel like, okay, you know what? I see where you're coming from, because we know Charisse in the first season, they showed the flashback. We didn't know what she was going through, but we knew that it was you could tell she was lying about some things because she kind of had to, but she was protecting her man. And I think she's trying to basically tell Robin, like, you don't have to protect him. Are you okay? You know, it's okay to do this, blah, blah. I think everybody's message was okay, and was well received, honestly, because they all have kind of, you know, turned blind eyes, stood up for these men that have done them all kind of way. Even because I mean her pain is valid, but you know, Robin kind of admits that that Juan is a good liar. She was just like, well, if that was true, he would say it this way, not this way. And I'm like,
weirdo.
Even Giselle was like,
yeah, everybody was like, huh? She said she told him to get the hell out once before. He didn't go anywhere, but she says if it happened next time, she would actually mean it. So Antonio, what are your thoughts on this scene, all the ladies' advice, and just how Robin responded and reacted?
The scene was really good. I also like Robin with long hair. I hope she kind of continues to wear that weave. I guess is it a sew-in, Jasmine, or a wig she got on?
It looks
like a sew-in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looked good. I hope she keeps that long hair. It makes her look softer, more feminine. But the scene in itself, I thought it was good. Each lady does have something that they can pull from to let her know that, you know, they understand the situation. I think they were struggling with her still protecting one, or her blaming it on everybody else is piling stuff on me and people don't want me to be happy, and so on and so forth, which is I'm glad that Giselle did speak up and was like, well, there's the common denominator is your husband. Like, he has to stop putting you in those situations for you know, in order for you to make it feel like people are, you know, piling stuff on you, because it's what he's doing. But I said, I don't think Juan really cares. I don't think he cares about how he makes her feel or how he makes her look. When he said he don't care, I really do think he doesn't care. Robin, on the other hand, she cares a whole lot, but at this point, she's doing whatever she can to protect her husband. Charisse was definitely, they were all sincere and heartfelt. I think that it was received the way that it was, only because Giselle was the one that kind of called the meeting. I think had Ashley tried to meet up with her one-on-one, or I don't think it would have been as copacetic as it was. So I think this was Giselle's way of kind of calling Robin to the carpet, but still also making it seem like she's coming at it from a caring standpoint instead of a being messy standpoint. But I do hope that Robin received what it is that they were trying to tell her. And if Juan was to go out and be in the news tomorrow, Robin is not going to do nothing about it. She's still going to be there, just like she was there that whole these since they was divorced. She's not going nowhere. She's not leaving that
man. Jazz,
who the fuck does Giselle think she is? No, just kidding. Who the hell does Giselle think she is? No, I don't really know what to say, because I just wouldn't want my friend to do me like that. Like, I get it though. We're on a reality TV show.
Yeah.
So I get that we have to make ourselves, you know, available, hold ourselves to the carpet, be, you know, put ourselves on the same playing field as everyone else, you know, give everybody the same rules. I get that. But in the grand scheme of it, you know, you calling me delusional to our other friends, that's a little like, sister.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You can call me a lot of things, but call them, you know, we're not even allowed to call y'all delusional in the comments. So I don't want to let you, I know for sure that I don't want my best friend calling me delusional and, you know, on TV. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. I honestly, you know, want to, you know, pose a question about the situation, because to me, what they just did, you can call it intervention, but we can pose a question about the same situation with, you know, the way Candace feels about the situation. It's the same thing. Like, okay, are you telling us the whole truth? Ashley just went out and said, I just want to know if you're telling us the whole truth. or being 100% with us. I do agree with you guys that Sharice seemed like the most genuine of the situation because of course, if you don't know, I like Sharice. You know, she does look sweaty sometimes, but in the grand scheme of it, you know, when it comes to that grand dame conversation, I am one of the people that will give Sharice her just due because she knew Robin. She brought her in the fold. She was a new basketball wife, and she did that to a lot of people. So that's what I think that Sharice, you know, gets her flowers from me. I think that in the beginning when y'all brought it up, yeah, that could be seen as, you know, defensive Robin. I get that, but in the grand scheme of it, she didn't know what she was. She just thought they was coming to talk, though. You know what I'm saying? She's like, "You're the guest of honor." She's like, "What?"
Could have been like an ambush. You could have felt like she was ambushed.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't no different than what Heavenly and dang on Contessa. You know what I'm saying? Just
I thought about that.
You know, it's a way that you can come at it. And I mean, I know it's sensitive, so I don't think that nobody can really have a blueprint on what is the best way to do it. I just feel like the way Giselle handles those types of situations seems a little bit abrasive. But then when, you know, people are abrasive back to her, want to hold her feet to the fire, she just checks out. You know, she's like, okay, yeah, that's so funny. Oh, what did you think of that? You like, answer the question though, Hag. So that's
it. So for me, I thought Sharice articulated herself the best, and what she went through without making it about her and keeping the focus on Robin. I like the way she did that. When Ashley was doing it, seemed like, you know, she was still talking about herself, not really. I will say that, you know, seeing this scene made me think of the 2 hotel situations, the one Michael was in when he fell asleep. And this one, and it's said that Michael's explanation makes more sense than Juan's, is more believable than Juan's. And I also truly think that Robin knew exactly what she was coming for. I truly believe Giselle gave her a heads up on why she was going to be there and filming. I don't think Giselle will catch her off guard like that. I just don't think that Robin expected Giselle to go so hard. I think she expected Giselle to treat it with kids' gloves, and I think Giselle went a little harder than she expected. But I truly believe that Robin knew what she was walking into. I truly believe it was coordinated between the 4 of them to do this scene.
Oh, and also another thing though that kind of struck me was you could tell it was a lot of editing going on, and it seemed like Robin may have been going in, judging by some of their facial expressions. They were like, but she wouldn't be saying anything to me based on the words that were coming out of the TV that will warrant those type of reactions. So I feel like I don't think that she knew. It seemed like she was, to me, like letting them have it and really going in during that conversation, and they was just kind of like surprised by the way she was like handling that.
Mm-hmm. And one last thing, I really hope Giselle has really good homeowners insurance and she got caution signs everywhere. You slip and fall at your own risk. Management is not responsible. I hope she got them everywhere in her house and a really high policy, because that house could be taken from her one day.
Well, I mean,
if somebody hurt themselves, that's a construction zone.
Robin told the girl she needed some steps.
Do the Sims have insurance offices?
That, you know, if you mod if you mod it, you can get insurance. You get everything on the Sims these days, right. And that's what Giselle signed up for.
I was sad when she said her joy was stolen, but wouldn't say that it was Juan who played a big part in that. That made me feel.
Yeah, when she said that, I was like, that's crazy. I hate that. I feel like in this situation, like I said with Sharice, I felt it with her. I think they all have the right message. I don't mind Giselle doing this because I feel like Giselle called the right women over, not just because she's at odds with other women, but it's because, I mean, realistically, if you think about it, they've all been in this situation. They're out of it now, right? Well, some of them, because Ashley's still there. I'm just saying she is. But Sharice especially, and even Giselle, I mean, whether you like her or not, I mean, her situation, she may not show she got feelings, but I'm sure when it did happen, it probably tore her up. It probably made her who she is today. I mean, who knows?
I mean, it's just still thinking about it, just bringing up Giselle in her situation. She even said it right then, like, you know, the girl told me that that's what was going on. And it just is like, why? I don't get the hypocrisy about it, because Giselle hid that storyline too. She knew all the things that Monique pulled out of that hat. I mean, that book. She knew everything that was coming out that book. But I mean, I'm not saying that Giselle should not have an opinion about her best friend's situation. I'm not saying that. It's just the fact that I feel like when I say who the F Giselle thinks she is, I'm joking, but in the same breath, she loves to hold people to the fire, but she doesn't never hold herself. And that's why I can never just get with her with doing the stuff like that.
So. Well, I thought though when she said the girl told her, I thought she was referencing when her and Jamal actually married,
Oh, okay.
I thought that's what she was referencing when she was like, the girl told her, and she was pretty much done with the situation at that time.
I'll say this: if Robin knows more than what she's alluding to, she needs to, at this point, after this season, she needs to either boss up or I'm tired of hearing about it.
Yeah,
hang it up flat screen.
Hang it. I was just
if a person don't want to be helped or removed in the situation, they will not be ready until they're ready to do so. So I appreciate them having this conversation. It was good. It can really help somebody out here in this world. I don't know. They probably should put a message on the screen. I don't know. But
a trigger sign or trigger warning for that conversation.
If your man is doing what Juan Dixon is doing, please
run. If you've been victimized by Juan Dixon and damn,
please call into the lean.
If you are protecting somebody that goes to the laundromat, the nail salon in Canada, then please.
Those are all places a husband goes to with his wife or a man with his girl.
It's crazy that she said she told him when he was going to the nail salon and Bree was gonna meet him there. She told him, "Hey, you probably shouldn't do that," or the block is hot or whatever. He was just like, "I don't care."
Right, but what they're saying in this scene was like he should be cautious of those things, and for that, I 100% agree with all of them for saying like.
And why she didn't go to the nail salon with him?
She shouldn't have to. He
shouldn't have.
I mean, it ain't even that, but it's like you going to the nail salon. Okay, well, come on, you get your nails done too.
Juan is like not wanting anything to stop his flow. Yeah. He's being so rebellious. He's not seeing how it's negatively affecting his wife, regardless of if all these things can be actively true. Like every single thing, even the hotel thing could be true. It's dumb as hell, but it can be true. But it's the fact that your wife is on TV, national TV. She's known by millions of people, and you are actively not worrying about her feelings or how something looks. I get it. I don't care about how nothing looks. I'm a grown man. I get all of that. But when you're married, how you protect your spouse shows your character. And Juan, to me, he's not shown up for no reunion since season 2. He let things be in the air and doesn't feel like he feels like he's too good to even respond to things. And every time Robin wants to talk to him about something, she closes up like a little.
Well, I mean, he does pull off for her in the car.
You're right. He had her finger and elbow in it.
Rolled her arm up.
Rolled her elbow. Like she just never. She's not that. Not even boss Robin, that loud Robin, that Robin that's like, bachelorette party. Like Robin has a fun side, but it's not when she gets around him, it's,
This might be mean, but I'm ready for the scene to see her crying in the car. I'm ready for that scene.
I do want to know what happened, but was it also weird to anybody when he was like, when they were talking on the sofa and he was like, yeah, she's fine, she's attractive, or whatever he said about I was like, why was that even relevant for you to say?
It's not.
Robin was like, yeah, they say, she looks like me, and I was like, okay, so this is the girl that Karen was talking about.
Right.
All right, let's move to our callers. We got 3 in the queue, so we'll be here all night. And our first caller is actually Robin's biggest and only fan.
Right. TKC, don't rush us, baby, please.
And I'm not studying. I did it because it is time. He just happened to put it at the right time. So actually, I could make him last, but I ain't gonna do that right
now. Get him in.
I'm gonna get him in so I can get him out. Hey TKC, how are you?
Hey TKC.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
I ain't heard what y'all said. I knew y'all was saying something smart, but I ain't heard what y'all said last couple.
It don't matter. Just go.
Well, we're gonna move on. I expected to come into the season, like standing Robin, because I love Robin season 1, episode 1. And ever since then, but I was kind of shocked watching the show and how I was feeling, because I hate when people play the victim. I hate the victim narrative. I hate the woe is me, feel sorry for me. I was expecting Robin to come in here and be like, yeah, he did this and did that and stuff like that. But I don't understand why she's trying to blame it on the blogs and everybody else when Juan is the problem. And for Juan to sit there and act like he don't care the entire time while they was on the couch, and then she was at the end like, y'all already stole my joy. No, boo, Juan stole your joy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like when she tried to blame everybody else. No, Juan did this. She needs to put her foot down or put her foot in Juan's ass. Somewhere I would like to be. But my thing is with Robin
that's crazy.
My God, today.
Oh, that was a little too much.
Lead after dark.
And forevermore.
After
oh
dark.
my God.
Jeez, okay.
But I'm with you, TKC.
Yeah. TKC, I third that.
But I'm with you.
But
I don't
no,
think I'm with you,
but no, Robin is really. I hope she don't continue this whole season. Like, seeing her break down that car, I'm not gonna lie, that pissed me off because I hate criers. Like, I hate when people act like the victim and stuff like that. So hopefully, I'm still standing Robin by the end of this season because she has been my favorite since the episode 1.
Okay,
that's unfortunate.
You know what? That's big. I think you will be a fan of her. Honestly, I think this moment won't change that, but I agree. I agree with you actually.
For once. Okay, TKC.
All right.
But that's it. I miss you guys. When is Married to Medicine? Because that's
tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. That will be the set time for Married to Medicine on Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
Come through with your do-rag.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be here for Married to Medicine.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Check them out tomorrow. All right, thank you, TKC.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, TKC.
Bye.
Now we got a new season and a new TKC. Is this gonna be a great season for
Baby,
us?
I was not expecting that. I was like,
I was not.
I didn't even have to be off camera that long with him. Love you, TKC.
I hope he make it up Juan's ass. So
okay.
All right. Next caller is Sean. Hey, Sean.
What's up, Sean?
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
I decided to call in since y'all begged us to call in last whatever show that was.
We ain't never begged down. Wait a minute.
You said we begged.
What was the last one I just watched? I can't remember what show it was, but you asked us to call in. My thoughts on Robin. Robin is broken. Her self-esteem is in the basement. She said she been with Juan since she was 17. She know nothing else. And I believe she's kind of patterned her marriage, her relationship to her parents because they still together. So it's like no matter what Juan do, she gonna stay there and she gonna justify it and try to explain it away because she's scared to be by herself. And Juan really, I think he there for financial reasons, even though the boys are there. It's easier to be together because even when they got divorced, he was still there. He wouldn't leave. And he used that couch time to explain himself away, which was the explanation was not good. He got fired. Oh, he not working either. He got fired. 1, because of the scandal that went on at Coppin State. 2, the laundromat, which why is coaches washing jerseys? Wouldn't that be a rookie's job or team manager's job or somebody equipment manager, somebody else's job? And Coppin State don't have washing machines on campus.
Talk to him, Sean.
Come on, Sean.
And not only did he get fired for that, the scandal came back up when he was at University of Maryland when he was coaching the females.
Oh yeah.
He got into a relationship with somebody and they got to fighting over at a mutual friend's place and then kicked one of the girls off the team and she went off on him. Whoa. That's the reason why he got fired. They tied all the scandal and he don't get that. The way you move out in this world reflects on your job, especially if it's a public place. And for some reason, he not getting that, and he don't care how his wife feels, period.
Or looks.
Oh, yeah.
And then when Robin was talking about she was all depressed and whatever, that's when he cheated.
Ooh.
She tried to blame it on COVID. No, that's when you found out that Canadian lady called and you was in the bed and he that's when his motivation, get up out the bed. How you just hurt her heart. You wrecked her soul, but you want to make her get up and get the boys ready for school. But you walking around like it's normal.
Let me ask you a question,
That
Sean.
girl, yes.
Question. So when she was laying in the bed and stuff like that, he was like, that's unattractive. You think that he said that to her, and then cheated after he said that to her, or before he said that to her? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I think he cheated. That's why she was laying in the bed because the Canadian woman called her and she got depressed, but she tried to blame it on COVID and lie to us while she was on stage talking about that happened 5 months ago. No, it didn't. It was when you was depressed in the bed, and he don't care nothing about your feelings. It's just all about him, and he only there for the boys. He said that out his own mouth.
Yeah. He did.
But she's not gonna leave him, so she should just say to everybody and to the world, I'm staying with Juan. I don't care what he do. It may be open on his end, but it ain't open on mine. Then everybody would leave her alone. Then the press would not have nothing to say. But she too beaten and broken to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Sharice was the best person for her to listen to. Mm-hmm. But she just scared and don't want to she don't want to pull the trigger like she need to. Mm-hmm. She just think wine is her everything, and that's just terrible. And she needs therapy bad.
That's real.
That is real.
And that's all I got.
All right, then,
I'm so glad we beg people to call in. No, just playing.
No,
you know, it has been a while since you called in. You're always here, like you're a part of every show. But it's been
we really appreciate that.
We appreciate you. Yeah.
But when I used to call in, y'all used to get the feedback, so that's when I had stopped calling in.
Well, you sound good now. It was clear tonight.
You got the iPhone.
Y'all take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Please.
All right. Our next caller is Mel, one of our very first callers. What's going on, Mel? How are you?
Hey, fellas, and hi, Miss Jasmine. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Mel. I miss you so much.
You know what? You always give me love. You always give me love, and I love you too, Miss Lady.
Hey.
And no hate. You listen, Ted. Listen. In the chat, I got to say this real quick. In the chat now, the previous caller was right. You know, I'm on the replay team, so I'm seeing the replays, watching replays, loving them. And you say, hey, the link is getting a little dusty. It's getting crickets there. So I said, let me call in. And I'm writing in the chat, and I'm invisible. I keep writing, and I'm not, no comments coming up or whatever. So I'm like, what the hell? But that's neither here or there.
Mm-hmm. Not your thoughts.
Okay. Well, that was one of my thoughts. That was one of my thoughts. But I want to say this too. With Robin, I don't have sympathy for her. I really don't. I think that for me, there's some kind of arrangement going on between her and Juan. I think that this has been going on since the season 1. I think also, I think that she hasn't learned her lesson, because at the BravoCon, there was videos of her sort of trying to bring up Blue Eyes again. And I thought that was really a low blow. That was like, it was just like a trick that she was trying to trick the audience that she's always done. As soon as she gets in trouble, she want to bring up some other people's gossip or weak scandals, and she's not focused on what's going on in her life. I don't have sympathy for Robin. And I actually thought that the season premiere was a little boring for me. I did enjoy Candace. I did enjoy Karen, and I love Wendy. But the rest of the show was not really giving me anything at all. I think that, I don't think that Juan is, a little controversial. I don't think that Juan is an evil person. I think that him and her have an understanding. And I think that he is maybe not really wanting to really throw her that full under the bus or whatever, to say, well, this is what we talked about, this is what's going on. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to have another Michael and Ashley situation for years and years of being confused about this sort of convoluted relationship thing. And I don't want that. I don't want all those confusions. And that's what I get from this new marriage between Juan and Robin. It's very confusing. Nothing adds up. And, she's always said that she accepts him. She accepts him. So if she accepts him, I just want to move on. I don't want to keep on trying to save this woman who is a nightmare.
I agree. I completely agree. If she's gonna move forward with this, then at this point, I guess I'm gonna get tired of hearing about it. If she wants to turn a blind eye, then please be blind. Be Ray Charles.
Yeah, I was tired in this episode. I was tired of a couple minutes of just seeing her. It was a hot mess. But that's all I have to say. But I will be in a replay game. I'll be watching and
Are
liking
you
the
gonna watch
comments.
Married to Medicine tomorrow? I know you watched it. You watched it too, right?
No.
You don't watch Married to Medicine?
No, not without Mariah. I don't watch that show without her.
Period. This is.
Oh, that's why you should watch it because Chase loves Mariah, so he's gonna bring her up a million times.
Yeah, I like Chase too. I like Chase. Well, I might. But anyway, let me let you get back to the wrap.
Thank you, Mel.
There you go.
All right.
Bye.
All right, we're about to wrap it up. We have one last caller in the queue. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. As I always say, Potomac is Mondays. Tomorrow, again, it's Married to Medicine, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a little different than usual because we're still going to have Salt Lake City shortly after. So we have 2 shows tomorrow. Wednesdays are for Beverly Hills, and Thursdays are for Real Housewives of Miami. Also, Bell Collective is coming back this week. So it's not going to be a live show. It's going to be a recorded and posted. So we got 5 shows a week? Ooh, 6 shows a week now. It's crazy out here. Support us, like the video, and make sure y'all check out thelena.com to get y'all merch. It's cold outside. I'm just saying. Ooh, get y'all merch. All right, our final caller is going to be lovable Lisa. Hey, Lisa, what's going on? How you doing? We can't hear you. Oh.
So much like that caller said, I believe Rob is broken.
It's hard to hear you, Lisa. You sound like are you covering your phone or your device with something?
Can't you hear me now?
There we go.
Yes.
Is it sound better?
You sound great.
Huh?
You sound good. Go ahead. You sound good.
Okay, yeah. Now I believe Robin is broken, yeah. I really do. She been in love with this guy since she was 17 years old. Okay, she don't know nothing else. And I'm scared. I'm truly. I think she's scared right now. Just like the caller said, she went through that depression. She found out. She said, "I thought we went past this. I thought we were past all of this." And now it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you not give a damn about me? Do you even not give a damn about me? How it makes me look? Because she still got to defend him, and because that's her husband, she got to defend. And I'm like Wendy said. Wendy said, "Is they really married? Where the marriage certificate at?"
That's true.
Yeah, when Wendy brought that up, I'm like, whoa, yeah, where the marriage certificate at? So they might not be married. That might be something they just put on for the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all know how it go. But I'm tired of Ashley. Girl, go sit down with you and them babies and Michael. Okay. And that's a beautiful house. That is a beautiful house she got. I made you. But we already know her. You ain't trying to leave Michael because you don't want to go live under that bridge in that tent with them boys. Okay, you know that. You know that you don't want to go do that. Okay. So, other than that, it was like that cause it was kind of boring, but I was glad to see my girls back. Yes, see Karen. I'm over the blue eyes stuff, y'all. Let's go with the blue eyes, okay? But tie blue eyes, okay? If y'all gonna bring him up, show a picture of him. You gonna show a picture of him, okay? And other than shut the hell up and let's move the hell on, okay? Because I'm sick of that. I wish somebody just slapped the holy hell out of Giselle. I'm getting tired of her.
Yes.
Okay. Every time I look up now you got my Juwan. Now I'm with him. Now I want to see how this gonna work this season. I'm for real. I want to see how this gonna work this season, y'all, because she came out to everybody else's man. Now she came out to Robin man. I'm saying I'm gonna see his wife. I'm gonna put her hands on him. You know what I'm saying? Because she's ready for that. But other than that, it was okay. I give the show like a 6. Other than that, I'm glad my girl is back. I'm glad my girls are back. And I'm gonna be watching tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna be watching for Married to Marriage because I got a lot to say about that child. And I believe that coffin. I believe when Mariah gonna be in that coffin, they gonna push up the aisle.
Well, that's crazy.
I said, bitch, I'm ready for the fuck. I'm ready. I'm coming alive. Y'all ain't finna see my show.
Okay. Well, thank you,
I miss you, Cortez. And happy late birthday, baby.
Thank you. I'm so glad
you, baby. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful night, okay?
I love you.
Love you too, Lisa. Thank you.
Bye, Miss Lisa.
Bye, Lisa. Okay, look, this was very nostalgic seeing all of our returning callers, TKC, Lisa, Sean, and Noah were here. Like some of our callers have been here from supporting us for years. This actually would be our Lincoln week, so our actual 4-year anniversary is this upcoming. It's actually this week. It's the 10th. So shout out to the Lean who's been here for 4 years. This is our 4th season doing this. We have grown from 1 to now 12 people. 12 panelists. So we here, we thriving. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel. We have shows, as I mentioned. Mondays are for Potomac, Tuesdays, Married to Medicine and Salt Lake City, Wednesdays, Beverly Hills, and Thursdays are Miami with a later Monday show for Bell Collective. So like, subscribe. Thank you to all the callers, and thank you specifically to Danny, Jazz, and Antonio. Check out Married to Medicine, and we'll see y'all next time, okay? Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Bye, Hex.